Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Mindset Matters podcast. I'm your host, Riley Jensen, and today I want to talk about why your mindset is more powerful than your motivation. Today, I want to start with something that might challenge how you think about motivation. Are you ready? Motivation is not always a good wingman. It's exciting in the beginning, it gets you going, no doubt. New job, new goal, new habit, new team. But when the novelty wears off, motivation vanishes. So what then? This is where the great ones separate themselves. They learn to love what I call the lonely work, the early reps, the unglamorous hours, the no one's watching moments. Think of the people you look up to, the high performers, the mentally tough. It's easy to think, wow, they're so motivated all the time. But that's not it. What you're seeing is commitment, habit, discipline, and a mindset they've built to keep going with or without motivation. Let me make it real with a story you may have heard before. A father and a son own a small farm. They dream of owning a stallion. One day, out of nowhere, a stallion shows up on their land. The neighbors say, "Wow, what good luck." The father shrugs and he says, "Maybe you're right, maybe not." Then the stallion escapes. "What terrible luck." "Oh, maybe you're right, maybe not," the father says again. Then the stallion returns with a herd of wild horses. Same response. And then the son breaks his leg while training one of them. You guessed it. Maybe you're right, maybe not. Later, that broken leg keeps the son from being drafted into war. Again, same phrase. What's the lesson? Stop labeling everything as good or bad. Stop basing your journey on how motivated you feel today. Mindset is stronger than motivation. In fact, I would take commitment over motivation any day. Let me tell you about my brother Crosby. He's now a cognitive performance specialist for Air Force fighter pilots. But this mindset of his, it started long before that. Back when he was in ninth grade, he broke his left thumb in the final basketball game of the season. Now, Crosby was a left-handed pitcher. So yeah, disaster, right? Maybe, maybe not. Tryouts were 2 weeks away. There was a big tournament coming up. It looked like his season and maybe his shot at the high school team was over. But instead of folding, he got resourceful. We found a sports doc who custom molded his cast around his bat. That way, he could still grip and play as pain allowed. He went on to compete in the tournament. Was it comfortable? No. Was he motivated every day? Also, no. But he had the mindset to push through the discomfort, and that mindset became a cornerstone of his performance career. Here's where it gets interactive. Ask yourself this question right now. Where are you relying too heavily on motivation instead of mindset? Are you waiting to feel like it, or are you showing up anyway? I want to leave you with one more story, one from Rules for a Night by Ethan Hawke. A young knight and his mentor are asked twice in one day what the next town is like. Each time, the older knight asks, "What was your last town like?" One family says, "Terrible." The other says, "Wonderful." To both, the old knight says, "I think you'll find the same ahead." Why did the older mentor say this? Because attitude shapes experience. What we focus on becomes our truth. So let's focus on this, not just fleeting sparks of motivation, but deep-rooted, committed mindset. It's not about being on fire every day. It's about showing up, even on the days when your fire feels like smoke. So I'd love to talk more to you. Drop me a DM or a comment. What's your go-to move when motivation disappears? Who's part of your support system that helps you keep showing up? Remember, you're not alone. The work isn't always easy, but when done with heart, discipline, and a few good people in your corner, it's always worth it. This episode is inspired by part 4 of my book, Pure Unadulterated Guts. Thanks for being here. Keep showing up, keep growing, and stay gritty.